Well, hello, I'm Dr. Dan Nuzum, and today we're talking about my product, Strength for Men. Okay, so the question is, what is Strength for Men? What is this? Well, Strength for Men is a adaptogen complex. Okay, so we have multiple adaptogens formulated specifically for men. Okay, this particular group of adaptogens all come from the Amazon. Okay, so it's really interesting is the Amazon rainforest has hundreds of thousands of different plants that have all kinds of medicinal values, and a lot of the plants and herbs that are in the Amazon haven't even been cataloged, have not, there's quite a few of them that don't even have a definite name. But the ones that we're using are patterned after some formulas that I've seen from shaman that claim that these formulas have been around for like 3,000 years. Okay, so this particular group of adaptogens has a long track record of very, very good success at helping restore the body's ability to adapt. So how does Strength for Men work? Well, adaptogens. Let me explain adaptogens real quick. Adaptogens enable the body to adapt to stress. Okay, so regardless of the stress, okay, so it could be emotional stress, physical stress, chemical stress, nutritional stress, spiritual, you had a car accident, stress of any kind, okay? The role of adaptogens is they are there to increase the body's capacity to deal with stress and to adapt. Okay, so they help the body adapt to the environment better. They help the body adapt to exercise, to other activities, virtually any type of activity. So these particular adaptogens, we have mirapuama, we have katoaba, damiana, we have nettle root, we have chuchuwasi. Okay, these particular herbs some of them are roots, some of them are barks, but these are all different extracts. Okay, these different botanical extracts, herbal extracts, right? All of them have a very specific action in the body in that they enable all the systems of the body to operate better together. Okay, so we could say they're not a thyroid, this isn't a thyroid supplement, but it would support the thyroid. It's not an adrenal supplement, but it supports the adrenals. It's not a reproductive supplement, but it supports the male's reproductive function. It's not necessarily a neurologic formula, but it supports healthy nervous system. It's not necessarily a cardiovascular formula, but it supports healthy cardiovascular function, So being that these are adaptogen complexes, when we took and bound all these together, we came up with some really amazing chemistry that help the body adapt. Okay, help the body to adapt. So if it was to help the cardiovascular system to adapt, that means when you are more active, it helps your cardiovascular system adjust itself for that particular activity. If it helps the nervous system, well, it helps the nervous system adapt and adjust itself to whatever activity it is that you're doing. Same with the metabolism, same with the reproductive system. Okay, so you have all these different systems that adaptogens work in, but they enable the body to do whatever it's supposed to do, just do it better. Okay, so that's what adaptogens do, and that's what this formula is designed to do. How did I come up with this? Well, from research, number one. Another thing, I was shown some 3,000-year-old formulas from the Amazon, from tribal folks in the Amazon. There's actually a couple of shaman that introduced me to formulas very similar to this. In patterning off of those formulas, we were able to come up with this this particular product that we have. And again, we're using multiple adaptogen complexes that, when put together in the ratios that we put them together in, come out extremely supportive. One amplifies the effect of the other. It's a pretty cool formula. For me personally, I like the energy. My goodness. I take Super Earth Energy. I've taken that for years and years and years, but I've been taking Strength for Men for the last couple of years. And oh my gosh, you put the two of them together, one sets the stage for the other, and my goodness, I'm the Energizer Bunny. I just go, 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 go. And I would attribute a lot of that to both Super Earth Energy and Strength for Men. I have noticed personally that I have more energy today than I did 10 years ago. I am more energetic. My wife and I actually were just looking at pictures not too long ago, and I am in far better shape today than I was 10 years ago. And something that I've been using for the last 3 or 4 years is Strength for Men. Haven't really changed my exercise routine a whole lot. I still try to exercise as much as possible, but I am extremely busy, and I don't make it to every exercise session that I'm supposed to make it to. And I'm still getting in better shape, and I'm 10 years older than I was in a lot of these pictures. So I have to attribute it to something, and that's the one thing that I've changed in the last couple of years. That's I would say has made a huge difference for me. This isn't a male sex product, quote unquote, but it will help with all of those types of issues. It's not a adrenal support product, but it'll definitely help with adrenal issues. It's not a thyroid product, but it'll help with that. It's not a detox product, but it'll help with that. So it's an adaptogen. This is an adaptogen. The most amazing thing is we were able to put together this group of adaptogens to enable the body to do whatever it's supposed to do, just do it better. And that's something that a lot of herbal formulas that are for men, quote unquote, are more targeted. They're a testosterone boosting supplement, a male sexual enhancement supplement, or a something along those lines. And this isn't necessarily, not that it wouldn't do any of those things. It definitely would help, but this is an adaptogen formula, so it is to give you more strength. Wherever you're lacking in strength, that is what these adaptogens where they'll work the most. It's where they'll work the strongest, and where they'll help to restore your strength the best. I would recommend, I'd say the 40 and up crowd is probably the crowd that would find the biggest benefit from this. Not that younger fellows wouldn't notice a definite benefit, but this would definitely be I would say the dad formula, for the dad body folks. Help get the metabolism operating properly again, help the balance between testosterone and estrogen back in place again. The balance between testosterone and cortisol, get that back in place again. This is definitely one of those formulas that would help with all of those types of things. So I would say this is best for the 40 and over crowd. Not that fellas younger than that wouldn't benefit from it. Also, things like energy, okay? Just more energy, more vitality, more clarity, mental clarity for sure. Oh man. Improved outlook, improved mental clarity, improved stamina, improved, bedroom benefits, improved metabolism would be a whole nother thing. This should help with those types of, with metabolic issues. If I was dealing with a sugar issue, I would take this. If I was dealing with a thyroid issue, I would take this. If I was dealing with a adrenal issue, I would take this. If I was dealing with reproductive issues, is something I would be taking for sure. So that's kind of to answer the question, what kind of benefit would you get from this? Those are the kind of benefits you could look for. I take Strength for Men because I want to do what I do, just do it better. Okay, I want to operate at my max, my optimal level, on all levels. I want to be as healthy as I possibly can. And see, if we start out with these things earlier on, here's the thing within anti-aging, that if you start, okay, let's say prostate health. Okay, some of the components of this Strength for Men are good for prostate health. They'll promote a good, healthy prostate. Well, the earlier on in life that you start caring for your prostate, okay, the farther out ahead of you will be, the possibility of having prostate issues. So you can push those prostate issues back or prevent them altogether if you start taking care of your prostate now. Okay, that's something that's not really taught anywhere in medicine. If you're young, how about we preserve your youth? Okay, if you're older, how about what do we got to do to regain some of that? And that's what this formula is for. That's what this is all about. It's about enabling your body to, restoring your body's capacity to adapt. And so anytime you go from not active to active, or from one level of activity to another, your body has to adapt. Okay, when you go from one stressful experience to another stressful experience, or may even go from one, let's just say one exciting experience to another exciting experience, okay, that stresses your body, okay? In enabling your body to adapt and just manage itself and slide from one stress to the next without any trouble, that's what this formula is all about. These are adaptogens. This is for enabling your body to adapt. So I hope that makes sense for you. These are a lot of the things that motivate me to take this formula. I wasn't ailing from anything. I just wanted to adapt better. I wanted more capacity. The more capacity I have to adapt, the less likely I am to get sick. So I want to expand my capacity to adapt as much as possible. And again, that's what this formula is all about. So I encourage you to follow the healthiest lifestyle you can follow. Let's eat healthy. Let's exercise, gentlemen. Come on, let's get a little exercise in there and get going, right? And I invite you to try Strength for Men and see what it can do for you. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.